welcome back to Real Geek Media. Again, it is Thursday, December 12th, 2024. I am Hayden Stoll. He is author Christopher Michael Blake. Welcome to Real Geek Media's State of the Union 2024. Christopher, it's been one full year of doing this show. One full year of doing this show.
It's one full year of you putting up with me, Hayden. It's not easy, believe me. Ask any of my ex-wife.
Listen, that goes back to 1996.
I'm like a locust or a leash. You can't get rid of me. It's like claws and teeth. So, Hayden, tonight we're going to be talking our picks for the movies that we're going to pick for 2025 to kind of review. We're going to go over some of the momentous podcast numbers that we have, some of the milestones that we hit, some of the guests we're going to review, and we're going to go over some numbers, and then we're going to kind of give our where do you see us going and what do you want to see us be in 2025? Because let's face it, you can't go somewhere if you don't know where you've been and you don't have goals. Now, I'm not saying we have to hit those goals, but it'd be nice.
It's good to have goals.
So
we want to grow.
I was going to recommend, I think last week we each gave one movie, right?
Yes.
Now I'm kind of thinking we switch off
I like it.
Each movie. I think the one for January is an easy one. Let me know.
Yeah, go ahead. You could start it off with yours.
Den of Thieves 2.
I like it.
I was thinking that's got to be in January, because it's released in January, right?
It's released, I think, mid-January-ish.
Yeah, so probably toward the end of January.
I like it.
Rolled, so maybe the 31st.
I like it.
Den of Thieves 2. And that gives. You want to give our special announcement for our first guest for 2025?
So 2025, we have our first guest. We have a very special guest, Ferenc Gregor, the director, jack of all trades, carver, very talented gentleman, currently working on a film project now, horror anthology series. We're looking to have him maybe mid-January, late January-ish.
I think mid-January, yeah.
I think it's going to depend on some of his availability.
Yeah.
But we had a nice conversation with him last week, and we're excited to have him. And we will promote that once we have his date solidified.
Hayden, you're up next. We got Den of Thieves 2. Give me the next movie.
Captain America, Brave New World.
Now, what is that?
February.
So if I put that at the end of February, that would give us enough time? Or you want to do that tomorrow?
I don't think we need to we could get the list of films and then we can figure out the dates.
Okay.
I'm just going to go down mine. Mine are going to be, my first half are going to be new releases.
Wow, that's ambitious.
Then my second half is going to be existing releases.
See, now I did mostly old stuff because we can always add new stuff if we needed to. We go to a movie together. Because it could be difficult sometimes to find time.
Yeah, I don't disagree, but I think the ones that I picked are some. There's going to be conversation about them.
Sure. Second movie I announced it last week was The Birds, the Alfred Hitchcock movie. I have never seen it. I'm looking forward to watching it.
I'm excited for that one too. It's been so long since I've watched it. My next one is Thunderbolts.
Oh,
so we're going down the Marvel trash heap.
Okay. My third movie, older 1980s movie, Joe Piscopo movie, Treat Williams movie, Dead Heat.
Ooh.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
I
It's been
love
a
that
while.
movie.
It's
I
been a
love that
while.
movie. Love that movie.
We're going back in time. I like it.
I love that movie. Yeah, well, I go back even further, but yeah, we're gonna get there.
I like it. I like it. All right, my next one. 28 years later.
I've seen the trailer for this. It does look good.
Danny Boyle returns as director, which gives me hope for it.
Okay. My next one is Good Will Hunting.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. I went serious on you.
Will Hunt. That's a great movie, though.
I haven't seen it probably 25 years, so I'm anxious to rewatch it. Clips on Instagram and whatnot. It's kind of got my interest in it.
Yeah,
So I'll go for it.
I like it. How about them apples?
Mm.
My next one is the new Conjuring movie coming out. I don't know if it has a name yet,
Okay.
but I think that's in September.
My next one, I think you're going to like this one, Hayden. I had not seen this movie, but I've always wanted to. Paul Newman's Slapstick.
What's Slapshot?
Slapshot, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Slapstick, Slapshot, yes.
Slapshot.
Yes. Had not
Yes.
seen it.
Okay.
Want to see it? Have you seen it?
Yes, many times.
I hope to enjoy it. That's why, something not too serious, something a little bit more light.
He's just such a good leading man. Like he's just, he's a star. He's great. Paul Newman in that. All right. My last of the new release movies that I'm picking is Predator Badlands. We did Alien Romulus last year. So I figured, new Predator movie.
I think that looks good. I'm going to go back again. Cult classic. I saw one clip from this, and I said, I have to look at this movie again. I haven't seen it since I was probably 10 years old. Maybe even younger. Chopping Mall.
Oh, I love that movie.
Had not seen it in years. It has to be 30 some odd years. So I'll go for it.
That is one of the best head explosions ever in that movie. It's so
that
good.
was the clip I saw. Yeah. So I was like, I have to watch this.
That is tremendous. Tremendous. Great choice. I'm now moving into I have a bunch of anniversary movies here. The first one I'm going to bring up is Jaws for its 50th anniversary.
I watch this movie twice a year, so that's yeah. Love the story on the boat when Robert Shaw's character is given the story about the USS Minneapolis.
Yes,
I love it. It's just I had like 10 more movies here, and I had to whittle it down, and I picked this one out because of the actors who were in it. I'd never seen it. I never even heard of this movie. It did not get a great rating on Rotten Tomatoes. It is called Brain Dead.
Brain Dead.
Never heard of it before, but apparently it stars Bill Pullman and Bill Paxton.
Really?
1990. So it's after Aliens, and after While You Were Sleeping. These guys are at their career heights, and they come out to make this horror movie, which apparently went. I mean, how much money did they have to back up to give these guys to come in this movie? So yeah, I'm anxious to see this. I love Bill Paxton. Bill Pullman's a great actor. Hey, I'm in. George Kennedy's in the movie too.
I like it.
There with the cast.
It's a good choice.
Brain Dead. Yeah.
Good choice. Good choice. All right. My next one, and I mentioned this last week, is Heat for its 35th anniversary.
Three movies left. When Evil Lurks. I saw it earlier this year, and I loved it. I think it's one of the best horror movies I've ever seen. It is in Spanish.
That
So
that was the one from what 2 years ago, was it last year? You said
it
it
was
was when
last year. Yeah.
yeah,
When Evil Lurks.
yeah. You raved about that one.
Yeah.
All right, I'm bringing this back to our first aired episode. We did Naked Gun, and
Yes.
I'm picking Airplane for its 45th
Oh,
anniversary.
I did think about that movie. That's as close as we've gotten so far to actually being on the same. It didn't make
Yeah.
my list, but I had thought about it and just forgotten to put it on the list. Robert Hayes in that movie's great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And William Shatner in the sequel. I saw this movie 2 years ago for the first time, and I was really impressed with it because I thought it was a very smart movie. And at the time, she was a goddess, and then she turned into a man somehow. And I love the actor in the movie. It's a shame he passed away not too long ago. William Hurt, and that's Body Heat.
Oh, good one.
I mean, have you seen it?
It's been years.
I love the movie. When I first saw it, kind of reminds me of Wild Things a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. But I just, it was one of those movies I was like, wow, this is really like a good movie. I was really enjoying it. So, yeah.
Great choice.
Excited to go back and watch it again.
Yeah. My next pick is Munich.
One of my favorite movies.
20th anniversary in 2025.
Has it been that long already?
Yeah. And in my opinion, Spielberg's last good movie.
Just Eric Bana in that movie's just fantastic. And even though it's a smaller part for Daniel Craig, and when they shoot that woman on the boat,
yeah,
it's just,
yeah,
it's just, yeah. So I'm going to give you some of the movies that didn't make the cut for me before I give you the one I'm picking.
Yes.
Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
Mm.
The Abyss.
Oh, yes. Good one.
The Hard Way.
Okay.
Pandorum. Silence of the Lambs. And this is the one I picked over all of them.
Okay.
I had never seen this movie in its entirety. I think I made it through the first 10 minutes and I fell asleep. But I've always... Inception.
Oh, man, that's a good movie.
Have not seen it, so I'm excited to actually sit down and actually watch this thing.
It kind of almost makes me want to change up my 20th pick, or the 20th overall pick here, to kind of go hand in hand with this movie.
Well, pick up some. Tell me the ones you did not pick.
Okay, I'll tell you the ones I did not pick.
Build the suspense for me here.
For the new releases, I did not pick Accountant 2. I kind of wanted to, but I'm going to hold off. Mission Impossible, Final Reckoning did not make the cut.
Yeah.
The new Running Man did not make the cut.
Yeah.
For anniversary releases, Braveheart.
Oh, that's a good one.
Patriot. And I'm kicking myself for doing this. Empire Strikes Back. And the Arnold Total Recall. And I'm switching it up last minute because you picked Inception, and I don't know if you've seen this movie. And I'm going to go with Tenet.
Tenet.
It's Christopher Nolan from 2020.
I don't think I've seen it. I don't think I've seen it.
With Denzel Washington's son as the lead actor.
No, I don't remember.
And we could do like a Christopher Nolan month.
Okay, that's all right. So this is our picks. We'll get together and we'll set the schedule there, Hayden, and we'll work some celebrities in and
yeah, subject to change. Subject to change,
depending on what's coming out and everything.
Yeah.
Hey, what was your opinion of our 2024?
Listen, I had a great time starting this up with you, and I think we learned a lot along the way. I think we're getting more comfortable with this, and still growing. I think it's fun to do. It's fun to do.
So I had one milestone starting off this year. Only one goal. Remember what it was?
I do not.
Get on Spotify.
Yes.
And that kind of happened for us early on.
Hmm.
And once that happened, I was kind of content with everything else. It was kind of like, because once we're on Spotify, it doesn't matter if anybody's actually listening to us or watching us or whatever. We can play in the big leagues now. We are now worldwide. If somebody wants to pull us up in the car for whatever reason, we're there. We hit that pretty early on. Do you know how many episodes we did this year, Hayden?
Oh man. I don't know.
I can tell you.
We're what, maybe 4 a month?
So here we go. You ready? Here are the numbers. 40 episodes, if you include the one we just did with Black Cat Films. I'm not counting the conspiracy one we just did. That's going to be like a bonus episode. So basically we did 9 bonus episodes on top of that, if we count all the Accolade videos as well. So that's 9. Right.
We did do all those extra videos for Accolade.
Yeah. I would like to possibly in 2025 somehow work in, if we can find the time, to watch another series of some kind.
I'm down for that. Yeah.
You know,
we have to see what's coming out. We have to see what's coming out. Yeah.
Something that we can review, something we can look at.
Accolade was good because it was only like half-hour episodes. Unfortunately, it was awful.
We made the best of it.
We did.
We had a few instant movie reactions where we filmed after the movies we saw. Beekeeper comes to mind. Dune 2 comes to mind. I can't believe that's being nominated for an Oscar. I can't just like wrap my head around that. But this shows you the poor quality of movies so far this year. We even did interviews at 2 conventions this year. New Jersey Horror Con and the Paranormal and Cryptids interviews that we currently did. Those were some of our bigger videos that we got views on. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guests this year. 8 guests if you include Black Cat Films. So I'll run through them real quick. We had Dr. Alton Simpson, Cody Sharp, Rocky Digiti, the Theater Terror guys, Tom Ryan and Todd Staruk, Travis Christopher, comedian, author Robert Adewato, and of course this Black Guy of Films who were just on before this. We also got on RSS feed, which puts us out on, ready for this, Spotify, Amazon Music, Podcast Index, and Listen Notes. I have no idea what Listen Notes is, but apparently we're broadcast there. How many downloads do you think we have had on those 4 components?
I don't know.
I got the number.
Give me the number.
In the past year, again, we started late. We didn't get on there till like March or maybe even April.
Right. Yeah.
371 downloads.
Okay.
Just on RSS. Now, how many would you say we have on YouTube?
How many?
We have 25 subscribers, which is not a great number. All right. However, one video of ours trumped every other video. Do you know which one?
Naked Gun.
Blew every other one away. The nearest one to that was actually Tombstone, which was 85 views. Naked Gun got 277, which is an amazing number, in my opinion, for a first episode. We really didn't know what we were doing. We still kind of don't. Overall, I had to go through and actually hand count our views on YouTube because they won't add them up for the past year for us. This includes our RRS views that go on to that website also. So it's almost like we have 2 different episodes, like one you can just listen to.
Right.
And one you can kind of watch my ugly mug. How many views do you think we got on YouTube? I'm not talking playtime. I'm not talking subscribers. Right. Just give me the number.
Ooh. And what was RSS and all that? It was 320.
371.
371.
This is for downloads.
I don't know. Give me the number.
I need a drum roll.
Let me see if I have a drum roll. Nope. Nope.
This is
Close enough.
This is a production right here. 1,903 views on YouTube.
All right.
Which to me is like a mind-boggling number. Now, I don't know if that's because we put that much content out this year or the fact that, again, I know that people aren't watching for a long period of time. However, this is something that, again, it takes time to build up into. And the more we do this, the more jokes we tell. I know there's several things that we kind of have to work on, and we'll kind of get into that in a second. Success, in my opinion, for a first-year podcast.
Yeah.
Not any fanfare. We're not advertising anywhere. Other than when I go to conventions, I hand my card out to people, and 99% of those people will just take the card and throw it out later on. All those. I ordered 500 business cards. I don't know if you remember or not.
Yes.
And I think I have only like 30 left. So it's not from lack of trying to get people to listen to our podcast. I'm going to have to probably order more soon. Hayden, I had to ask, if you saw 2025, where do you think we can improve on? Where do you see us going?
Well, one of the things I'd like to do, and I'm not going to make promises as far as like a time frame, but one of the things I'm trying to work on right now is getting a little 8-minute movie review. Something quick, something short. You can just jump in, view it, move on with your day. That's something I would like to incorporate at some point in 2025. I think that would be fun to do, and I think the viewers would like that.
I have a couple, and I'm just gonna say them as they kind of come to mind. The first is the cost of the partnership we're currently running is not sustainable. For those of you in the audience who don't know, in New Jersey, we pay $300 a quarter just to come on here and just hand New Jersey governor our money. Whereas if we were running an LLC or another type of partnership or business entity, we would not be paying anything. So the first thing I want to kind of propose is that going forward, maybe the first week of January, you let me call and get us out of this partnership and we move into an LLC. It might get a little pricey to do, but it would probably work out for that year. We could talk about that off air, but it's just where I kind of see us going. Yeah. This is just not, I don't know how you feel about me coming to you every.
Hey, no, I get it. I'm with you.
Governor Murphy coming in and just taking the money out of your wallet every,
Yeah.
I don't think you were ready for that one, but I just, it bothers me when I know I don't pay that for my LLC to be an author. And it's like, I know we're not making money doing this. Now, it doesn't bother me that we don't. I think we're years out from making any kind of money from doing this. If we make money before then, I know I've tried a couple sponsorships to try to see if we can get some interest going, and it hasn't hit yet. I think as we grow our subscriber numbers and our view numbers, it will happen. And that's all going to be time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm not you won't hear any recommendations from me about any of that stuff.
Yeah.
One thing I would like to see is I would like us to probably double our subscriber number to the 50. I don't think that's asking too much.
I like it. It's a reasonable goal.
It's not like saying, hey, we need 500 so we get monetized and we need to make this happen tomorrow. I have a good time doing this podcast. It's a labor of love. I need to take more time and probably edit our website and put those videos on faster. But other than that, I just that's just my goal. That's just internally where I would like us to be.
Yeah.
What about you, Hayden? You see us?
I don't think that's unreasonable to think we can hit 50 at all.
Anything else?
Goals. I think 50 is reasonable. I think if we stay consistent with our release schedule is a big one. And that we tried to stick to that pretty well. I think we did for most of the year. I think that builds consistency, and I think that's a good thing. Yeah, I think we're getting better at it.
Yeah, I really just I have a good time doing this with you, Hayden. I enjoy the movies. I enjoy talking about them. Even the Blue Man Group movie we watched last week. I wish I'd used that joke last week. I couldn't think of it.
Oh, yeah.
But it is what it is. I enjoy, going back through and sometimes listening to the news media cycle stuff we do. That could certainly change too. That could be on the table again. If we were kind of talking before this, if we had to do a pivot in terms of weird and funny news to say conspiracy news, that could be something we pivot and switch to. But again, all things in moderation for right now,
mm-hmm.
and how much time we can actually allocate to doing this
podcast. Yeah. I think big things, 2025, there's a lot to build off of. And I think we got a good framework, and, we have ideas where we need to kind of tweak, and I have some ideas and you have some ideas, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah. Other than that, it's been a great 2024, and we'll see you in 2025 with Ference Gregor. I'll reach out to him, and we'll solidify a date in the beginning of January, and we'll talk about his stuff, and we'll see what other celebrities we can kind of get. I got an idea or two. I know Hayden's anxious to bring some people in as well, and to talk and to chat, and I'm excited to hear what they have to say. And February I think will look really good for that.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds like a plan. I hope you guys stick with us. We'll hope to see you in 2025. Have a very happy holiday. Have a very happy new year. And thank you for joining us. Thank you for subscribing and spending your time with us. We appreciate it.